Lansing's greatest hits with Parker. 92.9 WLMI.
It always sounds good.
Good morning. My name's Parker. Mars is here as usual. And joining us in the studio, we've got Steve and Zack from How To Halloween, which is in its second year. And it's an event that's going to be happening tomorrow at the Lansing Center. And it's, I'll let you guys go ahead and explain it. Why don't we start off with how it came about, the backstory and all that, how you got around to making this what is becoming a yearly event.
Okay, cool. Well, this is Steve, by the way. The event.
Hi, Steve.
That start. Hi. Sorry. So basically, how this started way back when was we used to live out in the farm, not in the farm, but in farm country.
Sure.
For 11 years, didn't get a single trick or treater, and then we moved into this neighborhood, and Zack was 5 at the time. Zack's my son, by the way.
Yeah, Zack's over here.
There you go.
Hi. Hi, Zack.
So we decided let's do something fun for the trick or treaters, and we went in the basement, took some plywood and some chicken wire and some this other stuff, and we made a Frankenstein monster.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we had it so that the kids who came up could actually try and shock Frankenstein to life. And so when they did, they would flip a switch, and then its strobes would go off, and his head would start to shake, and there would be a shocking sound, and we'd kind of groan a bit, and that just kind of started the whole thing. So each year after that, we've tried to build something new and different. And so, like, what other things have we done, Zack? So
we've done Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah.
Pirates.
I love Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I like pirates. I love Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
That was fun. Well, and then just kind of steamroll for there. We tried working with different things each year, like pneumatic actuators and hacking into Wii remotes and all sorts of stuff. And we had a neighbor across the street named Jerry. He's my partner in How To Halloween. Mm-hmm. He got into it as well, and we kind of had this friendly competition going for a bit. And then after a while, we kind of put our heads together and said, why don't we try and get others to do this and also show off our stuff and inspire, and that's how To Halloween came about. So that's an event that's taking place this weekend.
Cool. And you guys have a lot of stuff going on. We mentioned earlier, it's at the Lansing Center.
Yep.
Tomorrow. And what are the total hours? It starts at, ends at?
It starts at 11 and ends at 5.
And there are different things scheduled at different times in between there?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, so for instance, what kind of things have you guys got going on?
So we've managed to line up over 50 different things.
That's a ton.
It is.
That's a lot of stuff, man.
Some of it may just be serve to kind of inspire you. So things you can look at and say, hey, that's really cool. And then maybe you start thinking, well, I've got an idea. Maybe I could do something better. Mm-hmm. So there's all sorts of things to look at and interact with and whatnot. And then we've got a bunch of hands-on sessions too. So if you take that inspiration to the next level and say, well, how can I get started? You can start learning how to do makeup. We got a zombie makeup tutorial. We've got ways to learn how to make fake blood. You can observe how to make dolls. You can. Do you remember Toy Story?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So in Toy Story, there was this Sid. Was it Sid?
Yeah.
Sid's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
He's the bad kid. Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about Sid was that he used to take toys apart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And smash them together in all sorts of mutant,
like monstrosity toys.
They were awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure. The creepy ones that come after them,
exactly.
right? Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Well, we've got I think they're mini makers. It's a group of builders. That are going to have a whole table of toys that kids can take apart and smash together.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a blast.
That's a great idea.
I'm going to push the kids out of the way.
As you should. Sometimes, you know what? The kids, they take up too much space. Move. Exactly. I got to do this. This isn't for me.
Exactly.
All right, cool. You said there's going to be music there. You got live music
There
happening?
is. We've got 2 bands lined up, two great bands. The ones they're new this year, they're called the Mega 80s. They're from the Detroit area, and they're actually pretty well known.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a new band, new for the event.
New for the event,
right,
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And they typically what they do is they do a retro 80s show, and they're really energetic, and people love them.
Very cool.
They got their own following. Each time this year, though, they started doing their own Halloween show, so they actually sync it up with video and all sorts of cool stuff. And they are actually going out to Grand Rapids to appear at the intersection tomorrow night, but along the way, they're going to stop and play at our little event.
That's awesome. Little event. Yeah. I think it's a pretty big event for it only being its second year, man. Right. Like I said, I heard, I didn't have a chance to go down to it, but last year, which was the first year, I heard about it and people were talking about it for sure. I mean, I would imagine you had a fair amount of people through there last year and are expecting a fair amount more this year.
We definitely are.
Very cool.
Yep.
Some other things you were telling me about off the air. You said you got this guy. He built like a replica of the Munster's Dragula car, which sounded fantastic. I don't even want to know how long it took the guy to make the thing. You said he didn't just make the car. He made like a whole, life-size diorama thing to go around it.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he and his cousin have been building this facade that they're actually going to be able to use in their front yard. They're going to build a giant haunted house in their front yards too, so they're getting dual use out of it. But supposedly some of those parts actually came from scenery from Batman versus Superman, or Superman versus Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like when they were filming it in town, or something?
Yeah. Somewhere they got their hands on some of the
That's
props.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of
Man,
cool.
who does this guy know?
I don't know. That's the thing is part of the spirit is actually getting used stuff and stuff that's laying around and trying to repurpose it and pull it together. And this, a lot of it is just asking, hey, do you mind if I take that?
Yeah. So when if people want to go down and check this out, do you is it get tickets ahead of time? Hey, do you just show up? How does that work?
It's both.
Okay, you can do either. So let's say someone wants to grab some tickets today ahead of time. You got a website they go to?
We have a website. It's how-to-halloween.com.
Okay, put the dash in there.
Put the dash in there, yeah. We also just hit Facebook and search for How to Halloween. We should pop up. There should be a link there as well.
Cool. We'll link it on our Facebook page, too, before you guys take off here. Very cool. It sounds like an awesome event. People get super hyped on Halloween, man. There are a lot of people who it's bigger than, Christmas time Halloween for them. Like it's their time of year, their time to shine. And this is the event for you if you're one of those people, or anyone who just enjoys it to any degree, really.
There's at the very, very basic level, there's a lot of cool, fun stuff to do for 3 or 4 hours at this event.
That's fantastic.
But if you're really interested in actually learning how to build stuff on your own, we've got stuff to help you out with that as well.
Do you guys know already what you're going to do for your own personal house displays and stuff? Do you keep that secret? Like, oh man, don't tell anybody. Yes, are you kind of nodding? Like, yeah. That's a secret for sure.
Yeah,
all right.
We do, and that people are always bugging us like, what are you going to do this year? And then the challenge is how do we build that without giving it away?
Oh, I see. So are you working on this year already? When do you start working on your personal display for your own house and stuff?
Start thinking about it earlier in the year, maybe around May or so, but you start working on it around August.
Right. Yeah. And then in September is when we start thinking, man, we should have started earlier.
Hey, you ever get to the point where you're like, oh no, we're not going to finish this? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you kind of at some point you prioritize, like, that was a great idea, but it's gone.
Right. All right. So you guys go. Can you tell me some other stuff you've done in the past? Like, the Frankenstein thing sounded really cool.
Yep.
What other kind of stuff have you guys done since?
Let's see. We did a James Bond theme. Where
That's
cool. Had 2 parts. There was a game you would shoot these Wii remote pistols at a screen. But the cool thing was we turned our Mazda 6 into a James Bond car.
Yeah.
That had lights and all sorts of strobes, but the very final thing it would do while it's playing the James Bond theme was it would actually shoot Nerf missiles at the kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's awesome.
What else have we done? Last year we did. This is actually going to be on display at at How to Halloween. We did. We call it Green Invaders from the Red Planet, and we'd have. There's going to be a UFO that descends from the rafters of the Lansing Center, 20 feet down, and then these Martian targets pop up using air pistons up and down, and the kids shoot at them with light, beams of light, the Wii remotes, and it can actually know when they're shooting the kids
and knock them down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's very cool. How to Halloween. This event is happening tomorrow. Starts at 11. And walk-ups are welcome. You can buy tickets ahead of time if you'd like to.
Definitely showing up.
But search it on Facebook is probably the easiest way to find it.
I think so. We're very active on social media.
Cool.
And, if you don't mind, can we give us a plug for?
Please, yes, please do.
This is in partnership with our friends at LEPFA. They're the people that run the Lansing Center and a couple other facilities, the Farmers Market, and they've been a great partner in this. They're doing this whole community outreach thing where they're fostering these types of events to have an impact on the community, and they're great. So please come on down, give them your business. and just bring some money downtown. That's the goal of this, really.
And that's a couple other events. This ties in, not necessarily 100% associated, affiliated, but ties in with Maker Week, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on because this is very similar.
Yeah.
And kicks off the Zombie Walk, you said, too, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Last I looked, there were 450 zombies signed up for the Zombie Walk, and it's quite a spectacle to see. They mass up and they just kind of lurch their way through. They're actually going to go through our event, kind of have a little zombie parade, I guess.
Sure.
And then they kind of lurch their way down through the city and have a photo op in front of the Capitol.
That's awesome. So How To Halloween tomorrow. Get down there. It sounds awesome, like a fantastic event. Great way to kick off the Halloween season, if you will.
Yep.
And the weather is very Halloween-y, I will say, too. It's cooling off a little bit out there.
Nice touch.
It is. I think so, too. It gives you the feel of everything. So Lansing Center tomorrow, 11 o'clock until 5 o'clock.
Yep.
And things going on all throughout there. If you can't get there right at 11, show up, anywhere in between and go out and enjoy yourself. And it's for all ages, all people, eh?
You bet.
All right, cool. Steve and Zach, thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Parker.
You're welcome anytime.
All
it's
right.
Parker in the morning on 92.9 WLMI.
Parker picks you up in the morning. 92.9 WLMI.
Every morning.